when is a licensee the licensee in charge? So anyone with a license is a licensee. Now, to be a licensee in charge, you have to hold a Class 1 license in New South Wales. Fantastic. We all know that. If you don't, you shouldn't be watching. Well, actually, you should be watching this. But if you don't know it, we've had it now for 4 months, and it's been being talked about for the last 4 years. So if you want to be the licensee in charge of an agency, then you must hold a Class 1 license. That's not what I want to talk about. What I want to talk about is some agencies establish themselves, and the people who actually own the business are not the licensee in charge. Now, the norm is that they are. The person who owns the business is also the licensee in charge. But in many situations, in larger offices, they are not. So here, fair trading need to know who the licensee in charge actually is. So still really important. But because they're not the owner of the business, they may move on. And that business may then have a new licensee in charge. You must tell fair trading. If your licensee in charge changes, and remember, you can have more than one licensee in charge in your business. You can have licensees in charge of parts of your business. So you may have one licensee in charge of your trust account, of just your sales trust account, a different one in charge of your property management trust account. You may have one licensee in charge who's responsible for both trust accounts. You may have somebody else who's responsible for the actual running of the sales department, or the supervision of staff. So, that sort of thing. You need to make sure that your information about who is your licensee in charge is up to date. Now, up to date with fair trading. There is a form specifically to do this. It is on the fair trading website. So if that changes, you need to tell them. In the same vein as that, if you are the licensee in charge and you have people working for you, whether they be licensed at a Class 1 or a Class 2 level, or whether they are an assistant agent, if you employ somebody new, you need to make sure that their details are registered at your office. So you need to either inform fair trading of that yourself, or you need to make sure that the new agent informs fair trading. It's a joint responsibility here. Yes, the new person needs to tell fair trading, but you need to make sure it's done. So it's a dual responsibility there. The same deal as if somebody leaves your employment. You need to let fair trading know. Again, yes, of course, it's the agent that's leaving. It's their responsibility. Just the same way, dual responsibility, you need to let fair trading know. Really easy. They've got the standard email that goes into property licensing at customerservice.nsw.gov.au. It is plastered all over their website. So it's how you send information into licensing branch in fair trading. Super easy, and making sure that you actually confirm that the right people are on your register with fair trading. That makes a difference, particularly when your assistant agents are going through for their making application for their Class 2 licenses. They all have to now. You're going to have to be filling in and completing their work experience logbook. Well, they need to have been registered as at your office so you can be the supervising licensee in charge. So there's lots more running on it these days than just, and if their license or their certificate is registered somewhere else and they're signing agency agreements under your corporation or your business, then again, they're not actually authorised to do so unless their license or the certificate is attached to your business. So just make sure you can hop on Fair Trading website, check their register, and make sure that everything there is up to date. So really, I know I talked about it last time about making sure which class of license you've got, or when your expiry date is. It is public information. Anyone can go on and have a look at that. So you certainly can hop on and double check the status of your license, the class of your license, and where it is registered, because the address is on there.